Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody, hello ladies and gentlemen. Today it's our fourth lecture in poetry with me, of course. So I will not tell you what our class about what. I'll give it for you as a surprise. You will know it next slide, inshallah. So let's take a turn and talk about midterm exam first. In a midterm exam, I just gave you in the second lecture and third lecture, and also this fourth lecture. You will have an assignment. So I'm going to evaluate and put scores of midterm exam according to our assignment that I already gave it to you in the previous lectures. So you should submit it for me at least on Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, we will discuss. I send you my WhatsApp number so you can contact me by WhatsApp. I don't know, I couldn't give you a limit time, but at least next week you should submit it, okay, to get your midterm exam score. So in the second and third and fourth lecture, there are assignments. So you have to done it by yourself, of course. Don't try to use a Google or whatever, because I will know from your answer if it's from your mind, from your idea, or just you catch it from other place or cheated. So don't try to cheat, because I'm professional and I know everything about cheating, okay? So let's start our second slide. So of course you are wondering, our class today will be about what? Okay, let's go together and see. Yes, William Shakespeare. Shakespeare or William Shakespeare. Maybe it means nothing for you, but for the others, for European American and all the other words means a lot. Means something very big for him in their minds. So this is William Shakespeare. Because I'm sure that some of you, they didn't know anything about him. So I want to show you and I want to tell you who's William Shakespeare. First, let's tell you a very short story for a little girl when she's now 20 years old, and she's telling us our story when she was 9 years old. She said, when I was 9 years old, my grandma took me to see the opera. It was an outdoor production. I was sitting on a hard metal chair, but I was mesmerized. Why? She couldn't forget it until now. And she said, why? Because it was something related with my grandmother's love. I loved her and wanted to love the thing she loved too. Because of this intel experience, as a child, I studied opera and went to various productions as an adult. So it's not easy to introduce who is William Shakespeare for you in this age. You should know it since you were a teenager or something like that. But anyway, William Shakespeare is one of the greatest playwrights and poets who ever lived. Also called the poet. Why called the poet? Because he was considered the greatest poet ever. Shakespeare was born in Stratford in England in 1564 and died in 1616. He wrote 37 plays, which are read and performed in countries all over the world. In his play, Julius Caesar, you're lacking lost wit and modesty discover to yourself which you yet know of. So here, William Shakespeare is the most greatest playwright and poet all over the world. So today, guys and girls, today we are going to talk about William Shakespeare's life, and next class, William Shakespeare's works. Okay, let's start. Since William Shakespeare lived more than 400 years ago, and many records from that time are lost or never exist in the first place. We don't know everything about his life. For example, we know that he was gave birth in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is it's far away from London to in 100 miles. Also, he was born in April 26th, 1564. I'm sorry, but we don't know his exact birthday. Also, the thing that all are sure about is that we do know that Shakespeare's life revolved around two locations, Stratford and London. That's what all the writers sure about it. And also, he grew up and had a family and both property in Stratford. But he worked in London. He worked in London, the center of English theatre, as an actor, playwright, and a partner in leading acting company. He became both, prosperous and well-known. Even without knowing everything about his life, fans of Shakespeare have imaged it, or they already give a picture for them, and according to their own taste, they try to put an image for him according to his works and his life. So, as I told you, that William Shakespeare is a greatest, a poet and greatest. He worked also in acting and in playwriting. We agree that William Shakespeare is a very, very old poet or writer, but you know that until now, still Shakespeare lives on. Still Shakespeare lives inside our life, our learnings. And as I remember when I was and out from Libya, I knew with my classmates we tried to act in the theater one of the William Shakespeare's works. So our friend act like he's a William and so on. So that's very funny and very amazing. Really, he has a lot of writers and a lot of books which are really many sonnets. Amazing. I advise you to know more about it. So even today, William Shakespeare live on. We can relate to his talents of love, hearted, and revenge, courage, trust, and deception. So much of our world today has been influenced by Shakespeare. So, so still until now, and if you watch TV, European channels or American channels, you will see that they are still acting and still William Shakespeare lives between them in their works and in their theaters, in operas, and so on. Okay, birth and childhood. طبعا انا نعطيكم زي تو 3 4 هيك سلايدات فيهم معلومات هذا، بعدين نعطيكم سلايد مختصر. تمام. Birth and childhood. William Shakespeare was probably born in April 23rd or 26th, no one sure until yet, 1564. He was John and Mary, Shakespeare's oldest surviving child. Their first 2 children, both girls, and did not live beyond infancy. So it means William Shakespeare growing up as a big brother of family. William had 3 younger brothers, who are Gilbert, Richard, and Edmund, and 2 younger sisters, Anna, who died at 7, and Joy. Then William Shakespeare is grown as a big brother because his sister, 2 younger sisters, Anna, who died at 7, and also Joy. William Shakespeare, or Shakespeare, as the son of leading Stratford citizen, so almost certainly attended Stratford. He loves grammar school too much. Like all such schools, its curriculum consists of an intensive emphasis of a Latin classic, Latin, not English Latin, the old language. Before English language is the language called Latin language, including memorization, writing, and acting classes, Latin plays. Shakespeare most likely attended until about 15. Until about 15, he already attended grammar classes, schools, and how to emphasize Latin, and also writing, acting, and so on. He was born on 23rd or 26th, 1564, and passed away on April 26, 1616. And he was born in Stratford upon Avon in England, and then, he has 3 of 8 children. I'm sorry, he's the third one of 8 children. So his mommy gave birth him the third one. Okay, his parents, their name is John and Mary Arden Shakespeare. So, and Mary, daughter of wealthy land owner John Glove Marker, local politician. So he gave born in April 23rd or 26th in 1564, and passed away in April 26, 1616. On where? In which place? In a place in city called Stratford upon Avon, and he's the third one of his brothers and sisters. His parents, their names, John and Mary. Okay, John and Mary. Mary was the daughter of wealthy landowner, but John, which is his daddy, was working as a glove marker in local politics. So this is a start for the yes, and Avon in Shakespeare's time in that year, which is in 1564 and 1616. This was like that, you know. He got born here and lived his first life here. So it looks like that, just trees, and that's all. So what about now? Looks like how? Let's see. And this is start for the Bonavent today. You see the difference from 1564, 1616 to now. Maybe this photo says 10 years ago, but the difference is clear. Before just the trees, and now. He was born on 1564 and the 23rd, and he passed away or died on 1616. And he is the third one of 8 children. His mommy, her name is Mary, and his daddy name is John, and he was born in Stratford upon. Okay, so let's go next. Okay, this is his home, Shakespeare's birthplace. This is the place where William Shakespeare gave birth, and it is still until now. If you go there to London, you will, and to Stratford upon, you will see it. It's still until now like a, museum. So the people come and visit it and try to take a photo. It's still, everything is still as it is. Nothing changed. Yani. They keep it for memories. So this is Shakespeare's birthplace, in this home, and in this street. Everything's still the same. You can see the photo and try to imagine if you are stand in front of it and see something which is already happened since a very years ago, since 1564. It's a great job, William Shakespeare, really. So education. So education, was he educated or not, in which school, and what measurement, and so on. Education, probably attend King's New School in Stratford. By the way, this school still until now, with the same name and with the same building. So probably attended the King's New School. This is the name of his school. Where? In Stratford. He educated on rhetoric, logical, history, and Latin. So that's the fourth subject or the fourth measurement that he already educated in that year. So he educated, the name of the school is King is a New School in Stratford, and he educated this for measurement. This is his school. Do you see? This is his school. This is school, which is already William Shakespeare was one of their student here, named King is a New School. It's a very old school, and it's in Stratford School. Okay. Okay, marriage and children. A few years after he left school, in 1519 he left school. In late 1582, William Shakespeare got married from Anna Hathaway. She was already expecting their firstborn children in the same year, Henry and Susanna, which was a fairly common situation at that time. When they married, Anna was 26 and William was 18. So his wife was 26 and he was 18. You know, Anna grew up just outside Stratford in the village of Shottery. After marrying, she opened the rest of her life in Stratford. So after she got married from William, she moved to Stratford with her husband. When he left school and when he was 15 years old. And 15 years old, it was the last year of studying, because he studied grammar and how to emphasize Latin language and so on. So after 15 years old, so after he left the school with 3 years, he got married when he was 18, and his wife Anna 26. And also in early 1585, the couple had twins. Yes, had twins. They were named Jutta and Hamel, completing the family until the twins. In the years ahead, Anna and the children lived in Stratford, but Shakespeare worked in London, so they are separated, not together. Also we don't know when he moved there. So later, observers have suggested that his separation and the couple is relatively few children were signs of strained marriage, but we don't know that either someone pursuing a theatre career and no choice but to work in London, and many branches of Shakespeare's had small families. So this is just facts and the things which is sure about it. يعني فقط هنديله facts نقرأ حاجات اللي هي sure. في حاجات هلبا مش متأكدين منها، ولكن زي number of the children, زي year which got married, زي names of children, زي brothers, sisters, هذا كله sure. And Shakespeare's only son, Hamlet, did in 1596 at the age of 11. His older daughter, Susanna, later married a well-to-do Stratford doctor, John Hall. Their daughter Elizabeth, Shakespeare's grandchildren, was born in 1608 and 1616, just months before his death. So when his daughter gave a grandchild, he just lived for a few months and just passed away. So he didn't filled with the feeling of to be a grandpa or grandma. Shakespeare's daughter Judah married Thomas Corney Stratford, and the family subsequently did quiet, leaving no direct, descendant of Shakespeare. Okay, now let's talk about married life. His married life. He got married from who and in which year and so on. So William Shakespeare, as I told you before, he was born in 1564 and he got married in 1582. He got married to his wife. Her name is Anna, and in that time, at the same year in 1582, she gave birth, or she get pregnant with their first daughter. And then, so the first baby was in 1582, which is baby girl. But in 1585, he gave birth with he had twins. Okay, so we cannot make sure in which year, if it's in 1585 or 1592. He moved to London. Moved to London for what? He moved to London to have a job, to start work. As you know, even in all the countries around the world, if you wanted to find a job, you should go to the capital of the city, the capital of the country, which is, for example, Tripoli or Kuala Lumpur or New York or whatever. So he moved it, and not sure if it's in 1585 or 1592. So he moved to London. Moved to London, why? He moved to London to begin his working in a theater. He worked as a poet and playwright and actor. Also, he was an actor and poet. He wrote a lot of poems and also playwright. So his married life, he got married from Anna in which year? In 1582. And in the same year they got the first baby girl. Then he had the twins. Then after that, and we can say in 1582, moved to London for a job. Okay, and he's a profession in both playwrights and actor. So this is the William Shakespeare's married life. So what if we say the home of William Shakespeare? William Shakespeare got married from Anna, but they live where? In which home and how it looked? Let's see, girls. This is the cottage which they stay in it. This is the cottage, I'm sorry, and it's still the same. You see that there is someone in front of the cottage trying to take a photo. Yeah, it's better to keep our memories, to keep our old places. Really, I love memories so much, and I wish if I could keep everything as it is until 46, 50 years. So that's what happened with William Shakespeare and our authorities, our leadership of London. They keep everything as it is for the future generation to know who's William Shakespeare and how he works. Because in that year, which is in 1564 or after 1564, no one is famous, just William Shakespeare. The playwrights, which is William Shakespeare, did Christopher Marlowe, Thomas Kyne, and William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was the original new cat of the block. So this is the playwrights. Okay. Okay, the theaters. The theaters. You know that the first theater was there. The theaters, there are one, two, three, four theaters. First theaters is built in 1576. And then that was built in 1587. London is first Bankside Theatre. Then this one is in 1595. Then the globe Shakespeare helped to construct, by the way, in 1598 and 1599. So when you have such these questions, my lovely word, such these questions, always repeat it over time. You should memorize the rose, the swan, the globe, the address, which is, for example, you will face questions uh, in which years the theater is built, in the theaters of William Shakespeare is built, in which years? Then you will say that the theater built in 1575, with the road built in 1587, and then the swan in 1595, with the globe, which is already William Shakespeare helped and contracted in 1598. Okay, so those are the theaters المسارح اللي already طبعا صمموا وتأسسوا في هذيك السنة. Okay, in previous slide we have been talking about a bit about the theaters which they are built. Okay, after they done building the theaters, there is a rules. Okay, there are rules. No one could attend the theater. Special people with special levels. So 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 theaters were on outskirts of London, away from authorities, away and separated. People who attend the theater include who? Not anyone, by the way. Include merchants, and lawyers, and lepers, and visitors from other countries, nobility and royalty. Again, so we already know that in which year those all theaters had built. So now we should know that does anyone could attend the theater in that era, or no special people with special levels? No, of course not anyone. So we said that the theaters were in the outskirts of London, away from the authorities, people who attended the theater who الميرشانتس اللي هم التجار كذلك اللويس المحامين كذلك الليبرز العمال والفيزيتورز from other countries ونوبيلتي royalty يعني الناس النبلاء يعني هيك. فنot anyone could attend the theater or the poet or in the stage. So after all those people who are merchants and also lawyers, lepers, nobility and other people who visitor comes out from the city, when they come and try to enter to the theater, you know that the rules inside the theater that no lighting at all, no lighting, and also no scenery, and just curtains. So just curtain, and the stage or the theater, I'm sorry, could hold around 2,000 to 3,000 people. Okay, so there is no light in the theater, no scenery, and also you will find just curtains just around all the wall around the theater, and it could hold around 2,000 people. Okay. So this is the information about the theater. We have been talking about when exactly, if each theater is built when, and who can attend this, and what happens inside the theater. What if there is light, there is what? No, there There is no light, no scenery, just curtains, and it's a little bit. In that era, it was a very big. 2,000 people, it means very big for them in that era. Okay, still talking about theaters. The most expensive seats were directly behind the stage. Behind the stage. Why? Why the most expensive seats were directly behind the stage? Because people sitting there could only see the actors from behind. That's why it's the most expensive seat, because the people who sat behind the stage, they could see the actors from behind, and for them it was special and amazing in that time to sit behind the stage. For them it's very special. That's why it's expensive rather than the other seats. Okay, Theatre Korea, here the member and late part owner of the Lord Chamberlain's man under Queen Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. Globe Theatre is built in 1599 by LCF, with Shakespeare as primary investor. Late called, the first is called LCM, the late called the King's Man under King James I. Burned down in 1613 during one of Shakespeare's plays. So we need to know what happened between 1593 to 1594 to theatre companies. This is the Repulsed Globe Theatre in London. Okay, Globe Theatre in London, the huge one. Okay, until here we have done our class today, our fourth lecture, which is about William Shakespeare. I'll let you with this assignment, and by the way, this is the third assignment. It's the third assignment. I'm going to put a scores of midterm exam according of your answer. The questions is you are going to write a brief summarizing about what I have been talking about William Shakespeare's life. Summarizing has according to this slide, not out from this slide. So you are going to write down William Shakespeare's life. Okay, it's up to you. It's 10 or 8 or 6, but not that much. Not 20 lines or whatever. No, just short paragraph includes a summary about William Shakespeare's life. So write a brief summarizing about Shakespeare. You can submit it by WhatsApp or by Gmail. Okay. When exactly? Next week. So I'll inform you if there is a special day. I'll inform you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My regards, Miss Zeydan. Thank you. See you there.